I like how the rules say we had to bring our own warm-up pucks, so our coach had to turn around and go get pucks.
Hey guys, cheer as loud as possible. Woo! Yes, sir! Woo!
That's right, Michelle. Let's go Stars.
Please join us in singing for our national anthem.
Oof, we're having some microphone problems from the PA lady over there. Every time she touches the microphone, it sounds like somebody's putting the speaker through a blender. All right, good morning, welcome. River Lakes 12UA versus Woodbury 12UA. First game of the Icebreakers tournament up here in Duluth, Minnesota. Balloon will take the draw for the Stars, pushes it forward. Barton chases around. Back into the Woodbury zone, but Barton's there to keep it in the zone. Pressure from the Stars. Turns that one over. Dolly finds it. Skates in with it and loses it. 2-on-1 here for Woodbury. Nice pass across. Great defense from Barton there to get a stick under and not let her get a shot off. Now the puck played out to the Woodbury point, now to the zone. Akerson steals that one away, brings it across the blue line into the Woodbury zone. Around the back of the net. Passes out to the point to Dolly. Dolly fires a shot off a shin pad. That comes back out to Wagner. She fires a shot. A rebound turned away. Hagelin gets it. Akerson scores! Hagelin to Akerson in front of the net for a Stars goal. Stars take the lead, 1-0. 50 seconds into the period. All right, now we've got Garner, Hagelin, Prosser, and Hepner out there for the Stars, and Peterson in net like usual. Puck faced off, back past Prosser. Willa finds it, skates it behind the net, hits the brakes, moves it up towards Garner. Garner banks it off the wall, held in by Woodbury. Now played out by Hagelin. And thrown back in offside by Woodbury. Prosser will take the draw again. Pushes the puck over to the far side off a Hagelin's stick and then to Hepner. Hepner crosses center ice and throws it in deep. Woodbury behind the net, picks it up, tries to play it off the boards, but Garner's there. Banks it off the boards, chases after it, into the corner. She overskates that girl and takes the puck away. Now Woodbury takes it behind their net. They pass it out. Into the neutral zone, across center ice. Into the Star zone, off a couple skates, now turned away by Hepner into the corner. Puck behind the net, picked up by Willa Prosser. Willa leaves the puck there, and Woodbury takes it. Now they try a centering pass that's turned away. Up the far side boards, Hagelin's fighting for it along the boards. Now chipped out of the zone into the neutral zone where Woodbury finds it at center ice. Woodbury circles back into their zone. Now they move the puck forward along the near side boards and dump it in. Picked up behind the net by Dolly. She hits the brakes, moves it to Balloon, the birthday girl. Now up to Martinka. Martinka across to Wagner. Wagner skates that forward, and she's taken out. Balloon with the puck. Behind the net. Ref called the penalty, but doesn't remember who he called it on. So he'll take for 18 from Woodbury to the box. That'll be a minute and a half for body checking. 12:41 remaining in the first period. Stars on top, 1-0. All right, Balloon, Akerson, Barton, Dolly, and Wagner out there for the Stars in this power play. Waiting for it to get put up on the clock. All right, minute 30 on the clock for the power play for the Stars. Puck pushed into the corner. Akerson pins it up there. Now moved along the back wall by Woodbury. Sneaks out of there. Barton gets to it, hits the brakes, gets it to Balloon. Balloon centers to Akerson, off of Akerson's leg and behind the net. Picked up by Balloon. She tries to center again. Barton gets a backhand shot. Now Akerson bangs it into the goalie. And the puck's loose, but the ref blew the whistle. Minute 8 remaining in the power play. 12:19 left in the first period. Stars on top, 1-0. Balloon will take the draw again. She wins that back to the point to Dolly. Dolly moves it to Wagner. Wagner fires a shot through traffic and she scores! Through traffic, through the goalie's leg, 5-hole goal. Stars go up 2-0 with 12:12 remaining in the first. All right, Garner throws that one way down deep. What are we gonna call on this one, ref? A body check? I guess Garner's going to go for a body check. And the Stars will go on the penalty kill. 12:01 remaining in the first. We've got Prosser, Hepner, and Haglund out there for the Stars on the penalty kill. Prosser wins the draw, but it bounces off the ref and back to Woodbury. Pass across the point. Woodbury skates it down along the wall. Prosser gets a stick on it. Now back out to the point for Woodbury. Shot from the point, deflects into the corner. Picked up by Woodbury, played back out to the point and out to the neutral zone. Oh, nearly intercepted there by Prosser. Woodbury brings it in, skates past one, centers. Peterson with the save. Puck's in the corner, pulled out by Woodbury. Prosser gets a stick on that one to slow that pass down. Woodbury centering attempt intercepted by Willa. Willa skates it out through the neutral zone across center ice into the far side of the zone. She's tagged there, pulls it back, shot off the side of the net. Rebound bounces back to her. She tries to center it, hits a shin pad and bounces behind the net. Now Woodbury takes it in the far corner, but Barton puts pressure on. Now they're going to ring it up the near side of the wall. All the way down to the Star zone. Wagner's going to get to it, no icing. She bangs it off the wall, gets it up to Balloon on the near side boards. Balloon into the zone. Cuts back center. She's absolutely taken out. Barton gets a shot, goes over the net. Rebound in the net. That's in the net. That's a goal. That's a goal. Goalie was trying to cover it and shoved it into the net. And the Stars take a 3-0 lead with a shorthanded goal. And we'll get Prosser, Martinka, Wagner, and Dolly out there for the Stars for the last 10 seconds to this penalty kill. Prosser wins the faceoff to the near side, but being shorthanded, we had nobody there. Now the puck comes back across center ice. Dolly chips it forward into the Woodbury zone. Played out to the point, but Dolly holds the point. Now Martinka skates over to the puck. Martinka pressured along the wall, tries to get it out of there. Stars back to full strength. Puck comes out to the neutral zone, picked up by Wagner. She'll turn and fire one into the bench, and we'll get a center ice face-off. Prosser on the draw for the Stars. Puck pushed to the far side. Davis pushes it forward. Woodbury takes it at the blue line. Davis pressures, turns that puck around. Now it's turned over at center ice. Dolly throws that one off the shin pad of the defender and into the zone. Picked up by Woodbury in the near side corner. Pressured by Davis, turns that puck over to Emery. Now Woodbury takes it back. Puck pinned up against the near side wall. Wagner jumps in there to push it forward. Puck rings around behind the net into the far side corner. Dolly jumps way down there to keep that one low. Now pass is deflected by Emery in the middle. Woodbury's going to skate it out into the neutral zone. Woodbury skating the puck forward. Stick on it by Prosser. Now Dolly takes that. She'll skate it forward and dump it down. Played by the goalie. No icing. And dumped out of the zone by Woodbury. Prosser's going to hold up and wait. Regroup. She moves the puck forward, just out of Balloon's reach. Now Woodbury has the puck on the blue line, moves it out to the neutral zone. Pass back to Prosser. Prosser moves it forward for Balloon. Balloon into the zone. Cuts outside. Skates behind the net. Tries to center. It's bouncing in a bunch of feet. Woodbury takes that one back to the far side corner. Puck chopped at. Now puck comes out to the neutral zone, picked up by Willa. She tries to move around one, but the second one shows up out of nowhere. Now Hepner with it in the near side, gets it to Garner. Back to Hepner. Now moved up to Haglund into the neutral zone. She plays it forward where Woodbury takes it. Back into their defensive zone. Puck out to the neutral zone. Garner hit it a couple times, but Woodbury turned it back into the star zone. Now back to Garner. She's going to backhand it down, and that's going to go for icing. Face off to the right of Peterson. Prosser will take the draw. She's got Martinka and Davis out there with her. 8:10 remaining in the first period. Stars on top 3-0. Face off, push through. Woodbury centers. Right in front of the net. Peterson covers. Wagner cleans the Woodbury girl out of the crease. Face off coming to the left of Peterson. Prosser on the draw. Wins it to the far side boards, but Woodbury steps through and grabs that puck. Now it comes back to Emery. Emery skating up the near side, past two defenders, across the blue line, out across center ice, into the Woodbury zone, on the far side. Centers, just under Martinka's stick. Puck down to the near side corner, up the half wall. Prosser steps in front of that one to slow it down. Now it comes out to Davis at the point. Davis throws a shot wide of the net. Puck goes to the far side corner. Wagner jumps all the way down to the corner to grab it. Puck sneaks out. Woodbury skates it behind their own net, moves it up the far near side wall. Davis steps through that girl. The puck goes past and out through the neutral zone all the way down. Dolly gets back to grab it. She plays it up the far side. Davis chips it off the boards out to center ice. Pass is deflected by Balloon and back into the star zone. Picked up by Wagner behind the net. She'll move it forward. That goes through everybody. Tipped. Face-off's down there. Face-off's down there. Inadvertent whistle. Face-off's down there. No, all the way down there. Inadvertent whistle. They need to know the rules. All right, I guess they don't know the rules. So the ref said no icing, it was tipped. But the other ref blew the whistle anyway, and they decided to have it act like icing. Centering goes through the crease. Now Barton finds it on the far side wall. Puck sneaks out, Balloon grabs it. Gets it over to Akerson on the near side, cross center ice. She fires a shot from halfway between the blue line and center ice. Barton's got it pinned up on the far wall. Garner has that one taken off her stick and out into the neutral zone. She moves it back to Prosser in the star zone. She moves it forward to Hepner. Hepner's pass doesn't quite get out of the zone. Turned back by Woodbury. Now moved out into the neutral zone by Hagelin. Hepner moves that puck out to center ice where it's picked up by Woodbury. Prosser with it along the near side boards across center ice into the Woodbury zone. Cuts it center, hits the side of the net with that one. Wagner throws a pass right off Emery's skates, almost knocked her over. Good stick by Wagner, but the other Woodbury girl gets that puck back. They bring it into the zone, centering attempt, turned away by Dolly. Picked up by Garner in the near side corner and rung around the boards. Woodbury skates it into the corner, into the ref's skates. Now played up the far side wall, but right to the Woodbury point. Hagelin putting pressure on. Now pass comes off the skate out to Garner. Garner's got along the near side boards. Woodbury sneaks that one away from her and back out to the neutral zone. Pass intercepted by Davis. Her clearing attempt hits a bunch of skates and stays in the zone. Now it's moved out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Woodbury. Pass intercepted by Willa. She'll skate it forward, right up the middle. Tries to center. It's tipped out of there by Woodbury. Now Balloon finds it. She skates it back towards the middle. She's knocked over. Woodbury takes the puck out to the neutral zone. Willa's going to throw that one in, offside. Ref saying that's an intentional offside, so he's moving the face-off all the way to our zone. Face-off come to the right side of Peterson. Face-off one back. Peterson plays it away from the net. Centered. Nice shot attempt from Woodbury, but it pops over her stick. Now Barton skates out with it. Barton tied up as it comes into the zone. And we get an offsides call. 4:21 remaining in the first. Stars up 3-0. Face-off one and pushed back past Hepner. Hepner loses that race to the puck, but the Woodbury girl loses the puck. Willa pulls that one back, tries to hit Barton with it. It goes out through the neutral zone. Picked up by Woodbury, banked off the boards and left for her other player. Now up the far side wall. Dolly gets a stick on that to slow it down, then a shin pad to slow it down again. Now dumped in from Woodbury. That'll go all the way down to the near side corner, picked up by Wagner. Wagner plays it forward to Haglund. Haglund off the boards, but kept in at the point by Woodbury. Now it's out into the neutral zone. Pass intercepted by Akerson. Akerson fires a shot into the goalie's leg, turned away. Stars are up 3-0. Pedro, if you're asking. Puck goes to the far side half wall. Out to the point, picked up by Wagner. Move forward, out of the reach of balloon, off the boards. Woodbury's going to get to it before it hits the end line. Puck comes out to the point, held in by Dolly. She'll throw one in on net. Goalie saves and covers. You're welcome, Pedro. Or Bailey, I guess I can't tell who's texting. It's a group text. 3-0, Stars on top, 3:09 remaining in the first. Faceoff comes out to the point, pushed in by Dolly, but intercepted by Woodbury. Now they'll skate it out into the neutral zone. Garner knocks her down, takes the puck away, but Woodbury gets it back. Woodbury plays it up into the Star zone, turned out of there by Dolly. That's rolling down to the Woodbury zone. Strong pass there from the defender as the Stars are putting pressure on. Woodbury plays that puck to the far side. Past their girl and into the Star zone. Picked up by Emery in front of the net. Emery skates up the near side. Through one. Past another. Past another. Brings it in. Skating behind the circle. Behind the net. As the puck chipped off her stick in the far side corner. Davis passes to Martinka. Martinka shot. Goalie saves. And covers. Prosser, Davis, Martinka, Prosser, and Hepner out there for the Stars. 2:18 remaining in the first. Face-off, pushed into the Woodbury corner. Rung around the boards there, out to the point where Hepner can't get her stick on it. Comes out to the neutral zone. Prosser skates back for it. Fires a pass, looking for Emery, but went behind her. Woodbury gets that puck back in their defensive zone. Pressure by Martinka. Woodbury skating up the near side. Left there, chipped out by Willa. Nope, I guess it stayed in. Now out to the neutral zone, picked up by Woodbury at center ice. Martinka gets a stick on that one, gets it to Balloon. Balloon into the zone. Shot saved by the goalie. Puck comes out to the neutral zone. Stopped there by Dolly. Now brought into the zone. Woodbury steps past our girls. 2-on-1 coming. Pass across. Great stick from Akerson to make sure she couldn't get a pass or a shot. Now the puck sits in the corner. 1:09 remaining in the period. We're going to get a holding call on Willa. And the Stars will go on the penalty kill once again. 1:04 remaining in the period. Cross around the draw. Pulls that one back to the far side corner. Skates over to get it herself. Skates behind the net. Moves that puck towards Akerson out to the neutral zone. Thrown back in. Coach saying, why doesn't this one go all the way to their zone? They did the same thing we did. Face off, pulled back by Woodbury. The defense skates it forward, brings it into the zone, pulls it back, leaves it for the point. Puck chopped at, put on net, Peterson will cover. Prosser will take the draw. Pulls it over the far side wall and skates back to get it herself. I like that play. Now rings it up the boards, but no Stars there, so Woodbury gets it at the point. Throws a shot, blocked in front by Wagner. Puck thrown out to the neutral zone, picked up by Woodbury. Puck moved up the near side wall. Woodbury plays it, but Wagner's there. Wagner throws that one far, chipped by the Woodbury girl, so no icing. 5 seconds remaining in the period. And that should do it for the period. Stars on top, 3-0 after the first period. Charlotte, did you want to come up here and talk? Whatever you want. No. I can ask you how you thought the game was going. All right, Carter. All right, let's get co-host Carter over here again. Here, let's get you a microphone. Remember how to do this? You hold it. You can talk into the microphone. All right, Carter. What do we think? How was that first period?
It was good.
It was good. What was the best thing about it? That we're winning? That we're playing fast?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that. Anything special going on today?
My sister's birthday.
Oh, and you took her all the way to a water park just for her birthday? You are the best little brother ever. Right? You did that just for her, right?
Nope.
No. You're supposed to take credit for it, Carter.
It was dumb. It was dumb. Dumb.
Oh, Mom decided to take it. It wasn't anything to do with the hockey tournament that we're here for. It was all about Rizzy's birthday.
Kind of.
Oh, who says, hey, dude, have fun? Who's Abby? Do you know Abby? Is that your aunt?
Yeah. Well, not my aunt. She's
A friend?
my cousin's mom.
Your cousin's mom, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Not aunt, but cousin's mom.
Yeah.
Awesome. Are you ready for the second period? Are we going to go float the lazy river this afternoon? I did, I think, 100 laps in the lazy river yesterday.
Sure.
You think you can do that with me today?
Yeah.
All right, let's do it. Say go Stars.
Go Stars. Yes, you're on.
Bailey and Roe want you on camera. All right, back for second period action here. Stars will start on the penalty kill. How much to... Oh, wait. They forgot to go into intermission mode. Okay, there we go. Now we got the penalty back on the board. Wrong number, but oh well. 27 seconds remaining in the penalty to the Stars. Puck brought into the star zone by Woodbury. Off the wall, centering attempt, turned away by Wagner, but her pass gets deflected. Sits under Dolly's feet, but Balloon sneaks over to help out. Thrown towards the middle. Wagner absolutely tackles that girl in front, no call. Pass just out of the reach of Balloon, and that'll go all the way down for icing. 3 seconds remaining in the penalty to Prosser. We got Balloon, we got Wagner, we got Barton and Dolly out there for the Stars. Face off one back by Woodbury to the point. Shot fired but blocked by Balloon in front. Good stick work by Wagner. Peterson gets a save on that deflected shot. Puck dumped down. Akerson's going to get to it just before it hits the line. Cuts it back. She's tripped. And the Stars will go on a power play. Peterson hustled to get to the bench that time. All right, face-off will come to the left side of that Woodbury goaltender. 14-15 remaining in the period. Stars on top, 3-0. Prosser will take the draw for the Stars. Puck pushed to the far side corner, rung up the boards, and goes past Wagner's leg. She's going to have to race back. That Woodbury girl's got some speed on her. She plays the puck to the near side, off the boards and past Barton, but it comes all the way over to Emery. Emery leaves it there for Barton. Barton fires a shot over the net. Picked up by Woodbury in the near side corner. Pass is deflected and comes to the half wall. Now Dolly pulls it away from the wall, throws a shot wide of the net. Picked up by Akerson in the far wall. Moved back to Wagner at the point. Wagner walks it in. Fires a shot through traffic. Bounces and goes to the corner. Akerson passes through traffic out to Dolly at the point. Dolly moves it to Wagner. Wagner fires a shot. Bouncing in front of the net. Emery gets a shot, and the goalie will hold on to that one. 46 seconds remaining in the power play. Good pressure from the Stars so far. We have Prosser, Hagelin, Prosser, and Garner out there for the Stars now for the second half of this power play. Prosser will take the draw. Sits underneath the ref's feet and is pulled into the wall. Skated behind the net by Woodbury. Up the far side half wall. Pass out. Held in the zone by Garner. Emery finds it. Emery hits the brakes. Now hits the brakes again. Turns back down the wall into the corner. Loses the puck there in the corner, but Hepner dives in to help out. Now comes back to Emery at the face-off dot. Now back to Hepner. She plays it down to behind the net. Woodbury skating the puck up the near side boards. Held in by Hepner. Hepner centers. Gets it to Emery. Emery fires a shot high and wide of the net. Garner finds it in the corner, battling with that girl. It pops out right up the middle, and Woodbury finds it. Woodbury skating it through the neutral zone. Offsides by about 1.5 miles, but now Garner skates it out. She chips it forward. Balloon's going to get to it. Balloon finds that puck in the corner. Taken down in the corner. Now Woodbury skates it forward. They move the puck out to the point, but Willa gets a stick on it. Turns that one back to the half wall. Now Willa finds it again. Hammers it off the boards, but Woodbury takes it again. Puck thrown all the way down. Woodbury chasing. And that'll go for icing. Face-off will come to the left side of that Woodbury goaltender. Balloon on the draw. Flanked by Martinka and Davis. She steps through, pushes that puck towards the net. Woodbury takes it behind the net. Pressured by Balloon. Martinka gets that puck in the corner. Now Woodbury gets to it. They move it forward, but Balloon steps back in to help out. Puck under a pile of bodies there in the corner. Now Balloon gets up, pulls that puck out there into the feet of the Woodbury girl, and then loses it. Now it comes up to the point, held in by Wagner. She'll fire it back in. Puck goes to the far side corner. Emery finds it, has it tipped off of her, sticking out to the neutral zone. Picked up by Dolly. Across center ice, she'll fire it in, offside. Prosser gets the puck, skates it behind our own net, into the corner, moves it forward to Akerson. Akerson tips it. That's going to go for icing. And we'll get a face-off in the Star zone. Face-off will come to the right of Peterson, who doesn't know how to bend. Okay, there she bends her knees. Face-off, pulled back by Woodbury, out to the point. Pressured by Akerson out into the neutral zone. Now along the far side boards, dumped into the zone, picked up by Emery. Prosser with the puck, looks forward, gets it to Akerson, who tips it in. Dolly's going to dive into the zone to help out, keep that puck low in the corner. Now it comes behind the net. Woodbury finds it into the far side corner. Passes forward, but Wagner steps in and deflects it. Held into the zone by Prosser. Now the puck bounces over Prosser's stick and out to the neutral zone. She turns, fires that off the official. Now it's dumped in. Woodbury is on a change, so they'll be offside. Woodbury pushes that puck forward, but it's taken there by Willa. Her pass bounces off of Hagelin and over to Garner. Garner's pass bounces off a defender and comes back to Hepner. Hepner, pressured, along the blue line, moves that puck forward out in the neutral zone. Now it comes back past and into the Star zone. Good stick there from Prosser. Slows that one down. It comes over to Garner on the near side. She banks it off the boards and past everybody for icing. Stars on top, 3-0 with 10:01 remaining in the second period. Balloon will take the draw for the Stars. Face off, pulled back to the near side corner. Hepner bangs it off the boards and out to the point. Held in by Woodbury. She'll skate it in. Fires a shot. Peterson saves. Drops it in front of her. And we get a whistle. Black pads to her advantage there because she did not have that covered. It was sitting in front of her leg. Prosser pulls that one on the near side wall. Hammered by Woodbury, pinned up against the wall. Now Prosser pulls it out, skates it behind the net. Moves that one forward, but behind Martinka. Held in at the point by Woodbury and dumped back in behind the net. Hepner races over for it, gets it forward to Davis. Davis can't control, goes out to the point. But then Davis steals it back, skates him through the neutral zone. Cuts towards the middle, winds, fires, hits the goalie in the head, rebound, and it's under the goalie. Prosser will take the draw for the Stars to the right side of that Woodbury goaltender. She pulls it back to Hepner. Hepner fires a shot, hits the goalie, and she'll cover. Davis getting in there tight, gets pushed over after the whistle. I think we're going to get some roughing penalties coming up pretty quick because that's the second or third time in a row that's happened on both ends. Face-off pulled back to the point. Off of Hepner sticking out to the neutral zone. Prosser's going to get back to it. Prosser fires it back out to the neutral zone. Woodbury skates it in. Up the near side. Centering attempt. Bounces off of Prosser and goes to Hepner. Hepner moves it forward to Martinka. Martinka bangs it off of the defender and goes back to the corner. Centering attempt turned away by Hepner. Now the puck comes out to the point. Woodbury skates it across the top. Left for the other defenseman. She'll skate it down the wall. Rings the puck behind the net. Puck skated out of the corner by Woodbury. Shot wide of the net by Woodbury. Hepner's pass gets forward to Davis. Now Martinka gets it out into the neutral zone. And Woodbury throws it back in offside. Face off, pushed forward by Woodbury into the zone. They'll dump it into the corner. Bounces off the end wall, picked up by Wagner. Wagner off of the boards, goes out to the Woodbury point. She walks in with it. Fires a shot, Peterson saves, turns it to the corner. Picked up by Balloon in the corner. Balloon skates past a couple, moves that forward to Wagner. Wagner, great pass over to Akerson. Akerson into the zone. Centers. She goes over top of the goalie. Now the puck comes out to Dolly at the point. Dolly moves it towards the net. Now Balloon finds it. Woodbury gets a stick on it and gets it out of the zone. Thrown in by Akerson. Woodbury will go back and get it. No, Barton's going to speed in there and cause pressure. Now played out by Woodbury. That's going to go all the way down for icing. Wagner jumping into that rush again. We saw that last weekend a couple of times. Gives another offensive option for that outlet. Prosser will take the draw. She's got Hagelin and Garner out there with her. Dolly and Wagner behind them. Prosser pulls that one. Now comes out to the point. Wagner throws a shot. Saved by the goalie. Rebound sits in front. Now Woodbury clears out to the point. Dolly throws a shot wide of the net. Picked up by Garner on the far wall. She shovels it back into the corner. Now it comes back to her. Off the boards again into the corner. Comes to the far side wall. Garner gets a stick on it. And Woodbury will go back for tripping. Minute and a half for tripping for Woodbury. Halia is doing penalty box duty for both teams, apparently. Good for her. Great job, Halia. Glad we can represent and be team players again. Maybe win that sportsmanship award again. Who knows? Be pretty great. Prosser, Davis, Martinka, Dolly, and Wagner out there on the power play for the Stars. Puck pulled the far side board. Martinka gets it out to Wagner at the point. Wagner fires a shot off of the post and wide of the net. Prosser tries a wraparound. It's tipped off of her stick and sneaks through everybody out in the slot. Woodbury moving that puck forward. Dolly skates through her, gets a stick on it, turns it back over. Davis brings it in onside. Wines, fires a fluttering shot, and the goalie covers. That was one of those trick shots where she winds up and looks like she's going to fire it, and it just kind of fluttered off her stick and went low. But the goalie had gone down, so it went right into her legs. These officials just threw our center out because our wing came into the circle too soon. Shot from the point, covered. Generally, you get a warning when they come into the circle too early. This official decided that nope, we're just going to throw the center out. Bloom will take the draw. She pushes it to the far side boards. Picked up by Woodbury there, but then intercepted. Now out to the point for Prosser. Prosser fires a shot, bounces through traffic. Quick whistle there, and we'll get another chance at it. Face off come to the left side of the goalie. Balloon will take the draw. Woodbury sneaks through with that puck, but Akerson gets a stick on it, slows it down. Balloon moves it forward, past Barton. Barton has it behind the net. Five on three action for 35 seconds here for the Stars. Prosser, Akerson, Barton, Hepner, and Prosser for the Stars. Face off, pushed out of the zone. Prosser will go back and pick it up. Prosser skates it forward into the zone, past two. Akerson fires a shot wide of the net, picked up by Barton. Barton gets it back to Akerson in front. Akerson shoots wide of the net. Picked up by Hepner along the near side boards. Hepner moves to Barton. Barton looking for a wraparound. She falls down. Prosser keeps that one in. Shot by Akerson. Prosser will take the draw. She wins it back to Prosser. Prosser fires a shot high over the net and into the glass. Picked up by Barton along the near side wall. Woodbury returns once. Now we got 5 on 4 action. Prosser steps off the wall with it. Skates towards the middle. Off of the crossbar. Willis steps in. Moves that one behind the net. Picked up by Barton. Barton gets it back to Prosser. She moves it over to Hepner. Hepner fires one, tipped in front and then turned away by Woodbury. She'll skate out with it. Up the near side wall, she'll dump it in. Picked up by Akerson, skated across center ice. She pulls it to the right side, cuts back center, shoots wide of the net. Now played out to the point, Hepner holds. She throws it towards the net. Barton steps through and finds it, fires it wide of the net. Picked up by Akerson behind the net, centered, but Woodbury was there to steal it. Now Akerson behind the net with it. Skates it out, gets it to Hepner. Hepner fires a shot right into the defender. Picked up. And Woodbury's back to full strength. Woodbury sneaks that girl out of the penalty box, but they couldn't find her on that pass. Now they get it to her. And Hepner gets a good stick on that one to push it to the corner. Hepner plays it up the near side boards. Prosser's going to skate over to it. Up the near side. Has that tipped off of her stick. Turn back to Hepner at center ice. Hepner brings it up to the blue line, not quite into the zone. Stars on the change. Prosser skates back with it. Now she'll fire it into the zone. Garner and Hagelin skate in there to put pressure on it, chase it. Move up the near side boards and out into the neutral zone. Dolly will get back to it. Dolly fires that one off the boards, but Woodbury's there to intercept. They play it back into the corner. Now Dolly pulls it out, fires it, can't get it out of the zone. Woodbury intercepts. Puck comes up to the half wall. Garner backhands it out into the middle, just out of Hagelin's reach, but she's going to race for it. She pulls that girl down, no call. And an offside call here coming. Puck played out. We're face off one, back to Dolly. Woodbury looking for a long pass for the girl behind Wagner. Now the puck's moving into the zone and chopped back out by Woodbury. Dolly's going to come back and find that one. Heads to the corner. Fires it off the boards now to the neutral zone. That one's rolling, wobbling. And it's waved off because the girl stopped skating. Puck comes out to the point. Martinka steps in front of it. Doesn't let it come out. Now Wagner gets a stick on it. Slows it down. Now it's held in there by Wagner. A diving play. Now dumped by Woodbury, and that'll be icing. .2:35 remaining in the second period. Stars on top, 3-0. Prosser will take the draw. She's got Davis and Martinka with her. Faceoff sits underneath the centers. Now it's pulled out to the point. Willa fires it, but it hits Martinka in the skate and comes back to the neutral zone. Puck brought into the zone by Prosser. She'll fire a shot, and the goalie holds on to it. Prosser will take the draw. Woodbury wins it back into the corner. They'll ring it up the near side boards. Hepner steps in, but the puck bounces past her, and Woodbury takes it out. Through the neutral zone, off of her skate, and turned back around by Davis and into the zone. Pushed to the far side wall by Woodbury. Jumped out. That's going to go all the way down. Not going to make it for icing. Woodbury's going to find it in the corner. Hepner pressures her against the wall. Big pile up there. Puck sneaks out, but Akerson gets over to it. Akerson moves it to Prosser. Prosser through center ice. Up the far side of the zone. Cuts behind the net. Tries a centering pass and bounces off a skate and turns back to the end wall. Now Woodbury's going to skate it up the far side. Pass to the near side. Under her stick. It comes out to the neutral zone. Hepner moves that one back in the zone. Offside. We'll get a center ice face off as we had a girl changing as we dump the puck in. Balloon will take the draw. She's got Barton and Akerson with her. Woodbury skates in with that puck, pressured by our two defensemen. Now the puck's bouncing in the air. Barton picks it up off the wall. We got 2-on-1 if we hurry. That's a good back check by Woodbury, though. Akerson with it. Has it on the end wall. Moves it up to the near side boards. Picked up by Barton.
1 minute remaining, 1 minute.
1 minute left in the second period. Centered. Akerson backhands that one wide of the net. Puck picked up along the far side wall by Woodbury, but they can't clear, so Akerson throws it back in behind the net. Barton races to it. Comes out to Akerson at the point. Akerson flips it down behind the net. Now Balloon finds it behind the net. Brings it off the boards out to the point to Wagner. Wagner pulls it off the boards at the point. Now Woodbury gets it past her, moving it out to the neutral zone. And Barton's going to get a penalty. Barton will go for 1.5 minutes. Interference, the call. All right, we got Balloon, Garner, Dolly, and Wagner out there on the penalty kill for the Stars. Face off, push the far side wall, moved out to the point by Woodbury. Out to the point. Shot fired, Peterson catches, and she'll hold it. Face off will come to the left of Peterson. 17 seconds remaining in the period. Face off sits underneath the centers. Now it's pushed out to the neutral zone by Woodbury. She's going to retreat, regroup. She moves it into the zone. Now it's moved out into the neutral zone. Woodbury regroups. Skating it. Tipped off of hers into the neutral zone. Balloon gets in just enough of a way to kill the end of the period. Charge. Stars lead 3-0 after 2 periods here at the Duluth Icebreakers tournament opening game. Kylie and Haley wanted to wave to the camera. All right, co-host Charlotte. Apparently you got to have a C for your name to be a co-host today. All right. You gonna say hi to Poppy and Louie?
Hi, Poppy. Hi, Louie.
How's the game going?
Good.
Are we doing okay?
Yeah.
Could we be better, worse, what?
I think we should be better.
Oh, I agree. What do you think we could do that would be better? Score more goals?
Score more goals
we'd
and
love to
skate
see
with
that.
the puck.
Skate with the puck, yes. Not just whacking at it. No slappy, as Casey likes to say at the varsity games.
Uh-huh.
Right? Okay. What else can we do?
I don't know.
All right. What else do you want to say to all the fans watching? You've got 21 people watching you right now. Well, at least 21. There might be a couple people watching on each screen. Maybe it's 100 people. You might be YouTube famous now.
No.
No? You don't think so? All right. What else do you want to say?
I think they're doing really well.
Awesome. Are you liking the water park up here?
Yeah.
Yeah? What was your favorite part of the water park?
The lazy river.
How many times did you go around the lazy river?
Like 20 times.
Nice. Did you like the little slides?
Yeah.
You can do the big slides today?
No.
Even Haley did them. She didn't even cry this year. I'm serious.
Okay.
All right. Thanks for the interview. All right, back for third period action. 15 minutes on the clock. Stars on top, 3-0. Stars in white moving from left to right. We'll start on the penalty kill. Woodbury in blue moving from right to left on the power play here. Face off one back by Prosser. Wagner skates it forward, chips it off the boards into the Woodbury zone. Pressure put on by Prosser. She steals that puck, skates it behind their net. Skates out through the... Oh, leaves it there for Dolly, and Dolly overskates it. Now Woodbury coming out with the puck. Prosser skates through her, slows that puck down. Now it's brought into the zone and dumped back out. Prosser gonna get to it. She's got space, cuts it middle. She's hooked. No call. Garner throws that one in, back behind the net. 30 seconds remaining on the power play for Woodbury. Garner backhands that one down to Prosser. Puck moved out, held in by Wagner. She throws it towards the middle. Now Woodbury finds it again. And Dolly keeps that one in the zone. They'll throw it out into the neutral zone. Garner throws it in. Icing the call. 8 seconds remaining on the penalty to Barton. Puck moved out, held in at the point by Woodbury. Puck down in the far corner. Prosser's going to get to it. Prosser throws it up the wall to Balloon. Balloon looking for Barton out in the neutral zone. Can't quite get it to her. Held in by Woodbury. Now Balloon fires it far side. Hits Barton this time at center ice. Barton brings it into the zone. Moves it to Akerson. Pass is deflected in the middle. Now push to the far side wall. Hepner's going to get to it and dump it in. Woodbury picks it up in the corner. They'll skate out from the corner with it. Balloon puts pressure on it against the boards. Now it comes across the far side. Woodbury skates forward. Hepner steps in front of her, slows her down. Willa moves the puck out, sneaks between two defenders, cross center ice, into the zone. Has it chopped off her stick, but it comes right back to her. Now she's pinned up in the end wall with it. Emery steps in to help, pulls it off the end wall. Looking for a backhand shot. Oh, it comes across the crease, back over to Willa. Willa behind the net, has it taken away from her. Now the puck comes to the corner, picked up by Barton. Barton tries to center, it's intercepted in front. Now it comes out to Akerson at the point, whiffs on a shot. She's pulled down, it goes through her feet, but she gets a shot off. It comes down to Prosser. Prosser moves that puck out to Hepner. Hepner backhands it down towards the net, and Woodbury takes the puck away. Woodbury skating out with the puck. They're going to dump that for icing. We got Prosser, Davis, Martinka, Wagner, and Dolly out there for the Stars. 12:22 remaining in the third period. Stars on top 3-0. Faceoff pulled to Martinka at the near side wall. She gives it to Wagner. Wagner dumps it in for Prosser to find on the end wall. Prosser has it tipped off of her, sticking into the corner, but it comes out to Wagner at the point. Wagner fires a shot, but it is intercepted by Woodbury. Puck moves to the far side corner. Puck played out by Woodbury. Martinka gets a stick on it and slows it down, but Woodbury gets past her and out to the neutral zone. Woodbury fires a shot. Wagner stops that one with her feet and throws it back out to the neutral zone. Martinka putting pressure on. Balloon steals that puck away in the neutral zone. Skates it in, gets it to Davis. Davis backhand shot off the side of the net. Balloon will sneak in, pin that one up against the end wall. Battle for it. Balloon's on the ground. Woodbury steps away at the puck. Good stick there by Davis to hold that puck down there. Wagner piles in and knocks a couple down. Now the puck comes right back to her at the half wall. She holds it there again. Gets it to Balloon on the end wall. Back to Martinka. Martinka moves it out to Wagner at the point. Wagner fires that one down into the corner. Pressure put on by Balloon to turn that one back into the corner. Tries to get a pass up to Wagner, but it's intercepted and moved out to the neutral zone by Woodbury. Dolly hits the brakes. Bounces that one off the boards and for icing. Face-off come to the right side of Peterson. Prosser pulls that one back to Prosser. She hits the brakes, banks it off the wall. Moves it forward to Hagelin. Hagelin tries to get it to Prosser, goes past her and out to the neutral zone. Puck goes into the Woodbury zone. They chip it back out to the neutral zone. Hepner skates forward with it, gets it to Garner, who dumps it in. Puck's behind the Woodbury net. Pass intercepted by Garner. Now cleared out by Woodbury. And Prosser just got that one across the line for an offsides call, and we'll get a face-off. Just outside the Woodbury zone. 10:08 remaining in the third period. Stars on top 3-0. Prosser will take the draw. She's got Akerson and Barton out there with her now. Woodbury wins it back. They push the puck forward to the neutral zone, picked up by Willa. She finds Barton on the far side. Puck sits on the blue line, never quite went in. Now Woodbury comes away with it. They'll dump it in. It goes through Willa. Peterson's going to cover that one and take a face-off. Balloon fighting for that one, pushes it back to the corner. Now she skates back onto it, moves it forward for Barton, but Woodbury steps up to intercept. Woodbury skates to the face-off dot, save Peterson, covered, and she'll hold on to it for a whistle. Good job covering the puck there, Haley, instead of just shooing it to the side. The growly monster down there. Hatner plays that one up the half wall, but Woodbury keeps it there at the point. Shot from the point, bounces and goes wide of the net. Picked up by Willa. She'll skate it up the near side of the boards. Gets it out into the neutral zone, loses it. Woodbury brings it in. Balloon gets in front of that. Peterson stops it and covers. Face off, one back by Emery. Wagner picks it up. She'll skate behind that, bank it off the boards. It goes too far for Hagelin. Now Woodbury turns it back to the corner. Wagner pushes her off of it, takes that puck out of the corner. Skates behind the net with it. Stick handles past that forward. Pass it along the half wall. Now it comes off of there. Garner plays it forward. It goes under Emery's stick. Now they skate it up the middle, but Wagner will take it away to the far side corner. Banks it off the boards, gets it out to Hagelin, who chips it out in the neutral zone, off of the boards, but the Woodbury girl skates onto it. Now she keeps moving it forward. Woodbury turns back up the far side wall. Good stick lift from Prosser there. Prosser takes it behind the net, hits the brakes, goes back the other way behind the net. Gets it to Wagner. Wagner fires a shot, goalie catches it, and she'll hold on. 8:21 remaining in the third period. Prosser on the draw, wins it back to Dolly at the point. Dolly fires a shot, it bounces off a skate and goes wide of the net. Picked up by Garner in the corner. She'll fire it back behind the net. Woodbury finds it in the far side corner, plays it up the boards. Dolly had jumped in low to get that one. Woodbury skating out of the zone with the puck. Now it's dumped in by Woodbury. Garner skates behind the net, loses the puck there. She comes around the corner. Woodbury has it against the wall, but Hagelin pins her up there. Fired out by Dolly into the neutral zone. Woodbury's going to have to get back to get it. Not going to make it for icing. Garner skates through her stick, trying to take that puck away. What are we getting the whistle for here? I'm not sure why he blew the whistle. Wagner had that pinned up against the wall right on the blue line. Guess he's calling offsides. Balloon pushes that one over towards Davis. Now it comes back to Prosser. Prosser fires that one forward to Balloon. Balloon tries to get it in the zone, but it's deflected. Comes back to Hepner. Hepner pushes it forward. Woodbury pass up to the near side. She'll try to throw one in. It's deflected there by Prosser. And now Hepner will pick it up behind the net. Hepner's pass off a skate. Now it comes right back to her. Now she passes up to the near side. Woodbury retreating with it. Out into the neutral zone. She's knocked over. Now Prosser takes that puck. Dangles it back and forth into the zone. Winds, fires, shot deflects, goes wide of the net. Davis holds that one in at the point. Comes back to Balloon. Now it gets back to Hepner. Hepner will throw that one back to the end wall. Now Martinka picks it up in the far side corner. Tries for a centering pass. Woodbury takes it away. They'll skate out of the zone with it. Pressure put on by Prosser there. Slows that one down. And we'll get an offsides call as that puck dribbled into the zone. Face-off, push to the far side. Woodbury steps through with it. She's pressured and knocked down, and we're going to get a penalty for that. Body check the call against Wagner. 6:09 remaining in the third. Stars on top 3-0, and Wagner will go to the box for a minute and a half for a body check. All right, we got Prosser, Dolly, Prosser, and Akerson on the penalty kill here for the Stars. Face off, pulled back to the corner by Prosser. She skates it away with herself. Up the near side with speed. Here's that speed that we're used to. Into the zone with it. Fires a shot and she scores. Shorthanded. 4-0 Stars on top. Found the inside of the net from a dead angle. Holy cow, that was a shot. Stars up 4-0 with 5:55 remaining in the third. Still shorthanded. Minute 16 left on the Wagner penalty. Face off, pulled back by Prosser to Prosser. She moves it forward to Akerson. Now the puck dumped down by Woodbury. Prosser finds it, fires it off the wall, gets it up to Akerson, gets it out into the neutral zone. She'll skate forward with it. Brings it into the zone. She goes down into the boards. Woodbury takes the puck away. Good stick from Prosser to slow that one down as Woodbury had the numbers. Now she'll skate it up the near side wall. Pile up of bodies, and the Woodbury girl comes away with the puck still. Centered. Peterson gets a stick on it. Puck's in the corner. D-to-D pass at the point. Shot tipped wide of the net, but Hepner gets pinned up against the wall with it. Woodbury steps away, centering attempt. Shot on, Peterson's on top of it. .4:53 remaining in the third period. Stars on top 4-0. 14 seconds remaining in the Wagner penalty. Balloon wins that draw, pushes it to the near side boards, but Woodbury gets to it and fires a shot wide of the net. Prosser finds that puck behind the net. Bounces it off a Woodbury player and skates forward with it. Wagner's going to come out of the box any second now. Prosser brings it into the zone. He's challenged to the wall, gets a stick on the puck, moves it to Balloon. Balloon on the half wall with the puck. Puck comes out to Woodbury. They try to fire it out. It goes off a skate and goes right to Barton. She throws it towards the net. The goalie will dive out and cover it. Prosser will take the draw for the Stars. She wins the draw to the far side boards. Comes out to Dolly, who moves it to Wagner. Wagner fires a shot off the goalie's blocker. Rebound bounces out. Woodbury gets to it. They try to play it out to the neutral zone, but it's held in by Dolly. She throws a shot, tipped high by Prosser. Puck comes out to the point, under Wagner's stick. Centering pass deflected by Dolly. Peterson's there for the save. I think her stick might have even been close to down in front. Shot blocked there by Hagelin. Now rebound shot wide of the net. Now Wagner picks it up. Wagner throws it forward off of Hagelin's stick. Bounces over the defender's stick. Out to the neutral zone and played in offside. Face-off will come just outside of the Star zone. 3:34 remaining in the third period. Stars on top 4-0 still. Prosser on the draw, wins it back to Hepner. Hepner skates it forward. Gets to Davis, who chops it into the zone. Picked up and skated through the corner by Woodbury. Martinka gets pressure on, but the Woodbury girl finds the puck again. Puck passed out into the neutral zone. Bouncing between a bunch of feet, and now Prosser steps away with it. Willow with it across center ice, up the far side. Cuts back to the middle, and she's knocked down. Woodbury moves the puck, can't quite get it out of the zone. Held in there by Balloon. Now it comes out to center ice. Hepner's going to have to get back to it. Hepner moves the puck forward, off of Martinka's stick, and Woodbury takes it. Now Balloon finds it, loses it. Woodbury takes it again. Hepner just inside our zone with it, skates it out into the neutral zone. Backhand pass to Balloon. It goes under Balloon's stick. Woodbury brings the puck in. Martinka gets a stick on it to stop it there. Now it comes out to the neutral zone. Woodbury circles back. Skating through the neutral zone. Across the blue line into the far side of the zone. Hits the brakes. Puck at the half wall. Moved out to the point. Martinka gets a stick on it. Tips it out into the neutral zone. Pass intercepted there by Barton. She brings it into the zone. Big move. Gets a stick lift and moves that puck into the corner. Held into the zone. Now it comes out to the neutral zone. Nice pick set there by Woodbury to stop Emery from getting back on defense. Akerson gets that puck to Barton. Barton into the zone. She has it chopped off of her stick and at the blue line. Now puck moved just into the zone. Barton finds it. Barton tries to fire on, but her stick runs into that Woodbury player. Now it's moved back to the far corner. Minute and a half remaining in the third period. Dolly with it at the half wall. Fires a shot wide of the net. Comes over to the near side corner. Woodbury skating out with the puck. Nice pass forward. Tipped it, so no icing. Minute 15 remaining. Nice pass there from Wagner. Gets it up to Akerson. Woodbury finds it though. Puck at center ice. Picked up by Balloon. Moved forward to Akerson. 1 minute remaining in the period. Puck brought into the near side of the zone. Nice backhand pass, but it goes through everybody there from Woodbury. Prosser shovels out to the neutral zone. Peyton's going to skate onto it. Finds it. Hits the brakes in the corner. Now Woodbury takes it away. They'll dump it out into the neutral zone. Will is going to skate back to get on it. She hits the brakes as it's stolen from her. Centered, one-timer right through her stick. Now the puck played to the far side. Held in there by Woodbury. Now played out into the neutral zone. 15 seconds remaining in the period. Puck played out to the neutral zone. Woodbury's going to dump it. It's held there by Hepner. Now brought into the zone by Emery. Emery winds, fires wide of the net. Far side half wall. Davis puts pressure on, and the Stars take the victory 4-0 over Woodbury. We'll be back for this afternoon's game just after noon to depending on how fast games are and if they're on time. As we take on Duluth at noon or 12:30, I can't remember. Whenever it pops up saying I'm on, I'm on.